I'll be speaking to Harry Soloway, one of the leading voices in Jewish Voice for Peace Westchester, and that's Westchester County in New York State. He's the coordinator of the group. Good morning.
Good morning, Stanley. Nice to talk with you.
So, JVP Westchester had a 4 day long action last weekend. Could you describe it?
Yeah, actually, it was not JVP Westchester. We were part of a coalition of groups, of organizations that organized this 4 day event. Um, and I can I can give you the names of the groups if you like. It's
Sure.
Westchester for Palestine, Jewish Voice for Peace Westchester, We United, Black Alliance for Peace, Westchester Muslims for Palestine, and the Ahmed Program and Teaching Palestine.
Good, good. So, what happened? What did you all do?
So we decided that we needed to honor the names of all the martyrs, the people that have been murdered in the current genocide, not only in Gaza, but also in the West Bank and now Lebanon as well. So we decided to go around the clock, 4 continuous days from 9 in the morning until 9 at night, and a very solemn reading of the names of the people that have been martyred over the last year. We had roughly 80 people that came out to read names.
Mm,
We had people stop us on the street and ask if they could read names as well.
really
Uh,
interesting.
it was a very moving and solemn occasion.
So, how many names approximately were read?
In the 4 days, we read about 12,000, a little bit over 12,000 names. Of
Wow.
course, it's a small fraction of the number of people that have been killed. Certainly, the I think the Gaza Health Ministry now is saying 44,000, but we know that number is a lot higher. But we were able to
Because of
get
all the people who died from illnesses or buildings falling on them, people that can't
exactly,
identify. And so on.
exactly. Some statistics have it as high as 180,000 people that have been killed. But we felt it was important to honor the people, not to let them perish in vain, and without realizing that those were souls whose lives deserved to be fully lived, whose lives were taken away. We read the names of infants, we read the names of children, we read the names of teens, adults, and elders in Gaza. We read the names of journalists that have been killed. We read
Mm.
the names of healthcare workers that have been killed, and we read the names of people on the West Bank that have been killed. Over the last year, we were not able to find information about those killed in Lebanon. I think it's too new.
And where exactly did this take place?
So all the groups are Westchester groups. We did the reading in a place called Renaissance Plaza, which is right in downtown White Plains. We've done many demonstrations there in the past. It's a busy area. People pass by. It's near the government of Westchester.
Mhm.
And in fact, we got a very positive reaction from people that passed through.
What did it look like? Signs, banners, flags?
We had the Palestinian flag flying the whole time, a large Palestinian flag. I think I sent you a couple of pictures that you might want to share with your audience. We had signs that basically said, say their names, tell their stories. And other people brought signs of individuals that have been killed, mostly children that have been killed.
Yeah. So you talked about positive reactions. What about negative?
There was a couple of instances of agitators, but not really nothing serious. Some people that um, tried to engage us in conversation. We were willing to engage, but tried to engage us with shouting at us, and this was a completely nonviolent, peaceful demonstration. It was a compliant. We complied with the police in their request. They had us take down our sound system. We weren't allowed to use the sound system. Um, but other than that, we complied. We didn't, it was a non-arrest action. It was just to memorialize the people that have died. So it was peaceful. And there was really overwhelming support from people that passed through. Cars that passed by that honked out at us, people that passed by that talked with us and shared their support, not only for an end to the war, but an end to America's or United States complicity with the arms that we're sending over there.
How about media? Did the media report on it?
Unfortunately, as far as I know, Stanley, at this point, you're the first one. So,
That's a disgrace, of course.
yeah, we sent out a list. We sent out a press release to over 100 media people or organizations, and did not get a single response.
Now, JVP has a rabbinical council, and it sent out the harshest condemnation for what is going on that I've ever heard of. They're calling it a Holocaust. Now, from a Jewish organization to call something a Holocaust is incredible. What do you say about that?
Well, I think after a year of what has gone on, I don't think we should soften our language. I think we have to call something what it is. When you're destroying a people through bombs, through military action, through starvation, withholding water, withholding aid, certainly for the Palestinian people, it is a Holocaust. It's a genocide, we know, and it is a Holocaust because so many, such a large percentage, if those figures are accurate, 180,000 people that have died during this last year, it constitutes a Holocaust. I would have to agree with that.
Could I ask you, how did you get involved in something so far away, that kind of politics?
Well, honestly, Stanley, I'm a lifelong educator. I was a high school special education teacher in public schools. So I was not an activist on this issue at that time. I really was an activist in education more than anything else, and
Mhm.
worked with students and parents to try to make sure that their lives were fortified and heard. And it was when I retired during COVID that I became more politically active. I had always had an understanding of the situation and the settler colonialism that took place. And as a Jew, obviously, we say not in our name. The Zionists like to refer to Israel as the Jewish state. It is not a Jewish state. It's a Zionist project that has displaced and murdered hundreds of thousands of people. So I was always aware of it. I had joined Jewish Voice for Peace, but it wasn't until I retired that I was able to take a leadership position.
Well, thanks for this. If people want to find out more about JVP Westchester, how might they contact the group?
I suppose the easiest way, Stanley, is to go to our socials, Facebook and Instagram. We have accounts on both. You'll find a QR code there that you can that gives you all the information on how to join the organization.
And we'll put that up in various ways on this interview. Thanks so much for talking with me.
Anytime. Thank you for having me, Stanley. We appreciate it.